Poke?
Poke.
How do you spell that?
P-O-K-E. Did you ever hear a Poke Salad Annie? The song Elvis used to sing?
Yep.
They eat that in the South. They make a salad out of it. I'm not sure how, but up here, I use it like asparagus. If I could find enough of it today, I'll make us up some since there's only us few.
So what do you eat on it? Just the stem, leaves, or the whole thing?
Yeah, I'll pick this one when we get back, but I eat the stem. And there's, see how they're red at the bottom?
Uh-huh.
That is phytolactin, and that is actually poisonous. So I'll show you how to make it so that it's not poisonous.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
I got a pile.
That tasted good. Now I'm dead.
Already made one.
Well, if you want to get rid of people when shit hits the fan,
Cowbane.
I got a few things. Wonderful plant.
I see those all the time.
Oh, they're so good.
What is that?
That actually has more vitamins in it than spinach.
Okay.
What's it called?
It's got a couple of names, lamb's quarters and goosefoot that I know
I heard of
of.
the lamb quarter.
Mm-hmm. Kind of does
Those
look
go
like
in my
a
garden all the
goosefoot.
time, and I pluck them.
Yeah, don't do that.
Well, now you know what they are.
Yeah, you eat those leaves. You can
Just the
steam
leaves?
them. Yeah, I just use the stems get tough, but when they're little, you can use the stems. But whenever they get that big, just pluck those leaves right off and steam them up, or throw them in a salad or whatever.
And they're called what again?
Lamb's quarters or goosefoot.
So does it have, is it like a source of protein like spinach or?
Iron, all kinds of trace minerals.
Well, because I can't remember the name of the disorder. It's like where people don't get enough protein. It happened to people during the Great
It's called
Depression.
vegetarian.
I get
Now-
plenty of protein, thank you.
He said it's a disorder. I mean,
It's just lack of protein, and I don't remember what
Did you
goes
see
wrong with.
those vegans that decided to
The cat.
refuse the cat? Yeah.
Is that terrible?
Oh, man,
What?
they wanted to enforce their philosophy on their.
Cattails.
Stems are wonderful. I use them in stir fries.
You gotta like peel the outside of the stem off, or?
Yeah, you just peel them off.
Oh, nice. Do I have to wash this, or?
Not really. I mean, if you pick a mess of them and your hands get dirty, I would, but
That's a cattail, huh?
Yep.
Want some salt, Chris?
Not bad.
the reeds you can use to make a basket.
Right.
When
Yeah,
they're not up high enough yet, but whenever the
Cattail.
cattail part starts coming up, it's a tiny little piece. You can actually eat that just like corn on the cob. And then whenever
Before it, okay, right when it comes up, and before it really like starts to fluff out, I assume.
well, the fluff is the pollen. That's at the end, but it'll send up a stalk right up through, and it'll be that little thing starting to form. You can cut those off and eat them just like corn on the cob.
Wow.
And then whenever they get bigger, you'll see a pollen come on them. It's yellow. You could shake that off into a jar and add it to your flour to make bread.
Wow.
So that's why I've got cattails growing everywhere around here, because they're a really good plant. And most people wouldn't think of
Yeah.
coming. I mean, if somebody comes in and takes my regular food, I'm still not going to starve to death
No.
because I've got other stuff.
I've heard you can eat the roots or the.
The roots you can actually grind as flour. They're a lot of work, but you can dry them and you can eat them like a potato substitute, or you can grind them up like a flour too.
But if you didn't have time to grind it up, couldn't you just like pull up the root, clean it up, and maybe like boil it or something?
Like it's a potato substitute.
Okay.
They're starchy, but they're not as starchy as a potato.
No idea.
Anybody got any clue?
I'm not
This
quite
is
sure.
jewelweed. They get really tall. They grow in wet areas.
Kind of around the cattails.
Yeah, they'll grow back in the woods though. These things, they're also known as touch-me-nots, the flowers. They have an orange or a yellow
I
flower.
know what those are.
Well, if you get poison ivy, when
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah,
you
the
take
little orange.
the stalk
Okay.
and you crunch it up, and it'll actually help dry up the poison ivy. It's also good for mosquito bites and things, but you can also eat them.
The leaves and the stem.
Yep,
Okay. Chickweed.
chickweed. That's an edible.
Come near me.
Which part? The whole plant
The
or
leaves and the flowers.
not the stems?
If you get some stems, it's not going to kill you.
But the stems just aren't like the greatest.
They're not the, yeah, they're kind of stringy.
Help keep you regular.
Yeah,
Boy.
some fiber in there.
Okay. Watercress, that's all.
That's these white flowers. The leaves are really good in a salad, or you could just eat them. But you want to make sure where they're growing, it's not polluted water.
Right.
Yep.
So the watercress, you can eat basically the whole thing.
Oh, it's always like that.
Beautiful.
Is there a best time of year to eat them, or?
In the spring before they flower.
Okay.
One of the first plants coming up is wintercress, which is in the same family, but obviously that's gone. I can't show it to you.
Okay.
But you could check up to see what it looks like. It's called wintercress.
Queen Anne's lace?
No,
No?
this is the poison variety. It's
Okay.
called hemlock.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
The way you could tell the difference between Queen Anne's lace and hemlock, Queen Anne's lace will smell like a carrot.
Right.
This
And the
has
root-
no smell.
Right, and Queen Anne's lace,
You eat the root.
right,
It's
it's like
in the carrot family, yeah.
So stay away from the tall variety of
Yeah.
No, you
Said no
just,
smell.
it's the smell that'll identify it, because Queen Anne's lace gets tall too.
Isn't this
Which
the
actually
one
has
they
a
have,
smell
they,
to it,
they tell
It's not like
Yeah,
carrot
it doesn't
though.
smell like carrot.
You want to make sure it smells like carrot before you eat it.
And what's the edible plant or part on the Queen Anne's lace? The root.
The root.
Just the root?
I think
So-
there's a medicinal use for the flower, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Those are pretty.
Daylilies are edible. The pod, before they bloom, you can eat just like that. And you can, whenever the flowers bloom, I like to make fritters out of them.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that would be
What color are the
They're really good.
daylily flowers?
They're all different flower colors.
There's pink, there's white, there's
There's yellow, orange.
Okay.
Yep.
There's also the ones that grow wild alongside the road.
Yep.
Yes, I've seen that.
That's these guys right here.
Yeah. You might be able to
Because
see
it really doesn't look like
with
a.
less weeds up here.
And you
Right.
want it, on the daylily, you want to eat, what do you want to eat?
The flower and the pod.
Pod is before the flowers open.
This is hibiscus.
Hey,
It's
this is the daylily too, right here.
Yep, these are all